If I could go back and restart class 10, I would do things very differently. Because after giving my 2026 boards, I realized one thing. It's not about how much you study. It's about how well you understand the pattern. This year's paper were actually different. Maths was tougher than expected. PYQs barely repeated, and many students were genuinely shocked. So, in this video, I'm going to give you the real strategy for 2026 based on what actually worked and what didn't. So, let's start. Chapter number 1, Basic Mathematics or Standard Mathematics. Let me break a myth right now. Basic maths is not easy anymore. This year, students literally raised their voices after the exam. Even the basic math paper was tough. It was lengthy, tricky, and not at all the basic level. So, if you're thinking, I'll take basic and chill, this is your warning. Even basic math students now need to practice different type of questions, solve slightly higher questions, because students were genuinely shocked after the paper. Now, talking about standard maths, it was extremely difficult in many sets. So, if you're choosing standard, you need to practice extra. R.D. Sharma or R.S. Agarwal, CBSE competency-based questions, CBSE question banks. These will actually give you the idea of the paper level. And this is where I made a mistake. I took standard maths, but I started R.D. Sharma at the last moment. That was the biggest mistake. I should have started it way earlier. And listen here carefully. NCERT should be on your fingertips. You should know how to solve each and every question, almost like you've memorized it. I still remember in circles, there was a question which my tuition mom told me to practice it multiple times, and guess what? That exact question came in my paper. And that was the time I knew that NCERT is literally everything. Chapter 2, Science. Science is actually scoring, but only if you study it the right way, which most students don't. Honestly, this year's science paper wasn't that tough. If you practiced well, it went smoothly. Talking about chemistry. Chemistry is the only subject where Ratta can literally give you free marks. Learn reactions properly, learn at least 1 to 2 examples of each reaction types, such as combination, decomposition. And also very important, it would be really great if you learn their states as well, such as solid, liquid, aqueous. Also, activity in chemistry is very important. You need to search out why this activity is done and what does it prove, because CBSE twists these into question. Example, the rusting activity, it came in some set this year. I'll be putting all the important resources in the description, so definitely check that out. And make sure you have subscribed because I'll be sharing more helpful videos like this throughout this year. Speaking of biology, if you are still mugging up biology line by line, you are studying it wrong. Bio is getting more competency based now. Yes, you need to memorize, but more importantly, understand. The best tip would be to convert diagrams into questions. Ask why it happened, what is the function. Example heart. I literally took the whole year to learn the diagram, but what mattered was the flow of blood. So remember, NCERT is your base. For extra practice, you can do extra questions. Personally, I did not use any book for biology. I did watch videos to understand the concept and solved as many PYQs as I could before the boards. Next is physics. It's not hard, it's just badly taught. All you need to do is understand the concept. Don't just memorize the formula but practice them. You can use different books if you want, or it would be better if you do PYQ. NCERT examples are gold. And also, do not forget the important diagrams, they are also asked sometimes. Chapter number 3, SSTs. I realized something crazy after looking at the past year papers. Every single question in SST comes directly from the NCERT. Nothing comes outside. Even in the answer key, page numbers are mentioned. So, your job? Read NCERT very carefully. Even lines you think are unimportant could be asked in the form of MCQ. Speaking of history, understand the story and go chronological. MCQs often test sequence. Next comes geography. If you skip the last topic in geography chapters, you are literally skipping guaranteed marks. That last topic, it's very important, and the best part, it's actually very easy. For example, the conservation topic, it is super simple and scoring. For civics, you need to understand it, no story making can work, and you need to learn the pointers well. For example, even if you understood the accommodation in Belgium, you need to learn the 5 points, which are very important. Speaking of economics, it is an easy subject. You need to focus on graphs, case study, and just make one page of notes. That would be great. Master tip, you need to make notes for SST because it helps in quick revision. Follow the rule of 3 marks 3 points and 5 marks 5 points. Chapter number 4, Mathematics. If math scared you this year, you're not alone. Questions won't repeat anymore, so stop depending on PYQs. Practice the whole year, don't procrastinate, and finish NCRT first. Then go to extra books. Before boards, I practiced from different books given by my teacher, and that really helped. Real advice, build basics first, don't jump to hard questions, and remember one thing, that pattern repeats, not question. Chapter number 5, Languages. Languages are the easiest way to increase your percentage. But people still mess it up. Writing, learn the format, it literally gives you free marks. Grammar, practice PYQ. Understand the pattern. Most students don't know this. Marks are lost in grammar or creative writing, not literature. Because literature is something you are studying literally the whole year, so everyone gets marks in it easily. Also, here's how to form answers in English. You could start the chapter The Black Aeroplane, written by Frederick Fawcett, illustrates and then give a short summary, then write the answer. This impresses the examiner instantly. Chapter number 6, IT or AI. IT AI is honestly one of the most scoring subjects if you do it smartly. And I can say that from experience. I have scored 50 on 50 in all of my school exams in IT. What did I do differently? Well, instead of just reading the book, I used to watch YouTube animated lectures or simple explanation videos to actually understand the concept. You do not have to mug up anything. Then I practiced PYQs and tried to understand what the chapter is actually trying to say. Not just definitions, but the meaning behind it. And most important, I prioritized DBMS chapter because it has the highest weightage. I focused more on part B because that's where the main scoring chapters are. Part A are the employability skills which you can do easily. Part B is where you need to understand things. So don't ignore IT or AI thinking it's easy. It's literally free marks if you prepare for it the right way. Final advice. If you ignore this part, you're already at a disadvantage. Well, you need to check latest CBSE syllabus, check the latest paper pattern. Things are changing every year. I might make a separate video with important topics plus the breakdown. So if you want it, all you need to do is comment below. You don't need to study more than others. You just need to study smarter than them. So save this video because you'll need it again. It's Adishri signing off.